It takes a lot more courage to let something go than it does to hang on to it. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring a situation. It means accepting what is exactly as it is without fear, resistance, or a struggle for control. Ilana Vazant. Grand Rising! If you are a first time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your consistent support. If you have anxiety issues, you should try meditation. Meditation is a great tool for kids, teens, and college students with anxiety, as well as adults. It helps your brain to lighten the load and to be able to shift focus from all the things that are bugging you to a place of calm. The difficulty with meditation is that it doesn't always work as quickly as we want it to, and it can feel really challenging. And when things don't come easy, especially for people with anxiety or anxiety and perfectionism, it feels like a good time to give up. So, for today's meditation, rather than focusing on stopping thoughts or being great at it or making it as easy as possible, we're going to instead shift our focus through a type of ACT meditation called the floating leaves meditation. ACT equals acceptance and commitment therapy. ACT is a type of therapy focused less on labeling thoughts as good or bad and more on helping you separate from those thoughts instead of feeling hyper focused on them. ACT is all about helping you live with less stress because instead of focusing on thoughts or feelings as good or bad, helpful or unhelpful, it's moving you towards a place of acceptance. We can accept our thoughts and our feelings. These thoughts and feelings don't have to say anything about us. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. But before we start today's practice, if you haven't already done so, please click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like button, comment, share if you care to. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long. And don't forget to hit that bell, hit that notification set on all. Now, these may seem like small gestures to you, but to me, to this platform, it is huge. And it will greatly help with my algorithms. So, in advance, I thank you. So, let's begin. Sit down with both of your feet on the ground, or lie down on your couch, bed, or a comfortable spot on the floor. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose, pausing, and then out through your mouth. Not forcing anything, just letting your breath feel heavy and slow. And then let your breath return to normal. Our minds are always chattering away. Some people call our minds monkey minds because they're always reaching for the next thought. So, for today's meditation, instead of focusing on stopping thoughts or making thoughts disappear, we are just going to focus on letting thoughts go. Imagine you're standing in front of a creek or a stream. Anytime a thought comes up for you, I want you to take that thought, put that thought on a leaf, put the leaf on the creek, and let that thought gently float away. Any kind of thought at all, take that thought, place that thought on a leaf, place that leaf on the creek, and let that thought gently float away. You might notice thoughts about what's coming up next and what else you have to do today. But as soon as you notice that thought, take that thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. You may have thoughts come up and bring up other emotions like stress or anger or anxiety. And of course, thoughts aren't in charge of our feelings. We are. So as soon as you notice that thought, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. Some thoughts feel kind of sticky. They come up again and again and again. But as soon as you notice that thought, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let that thought gently float away. And if you notice the thought comes up again, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. You may notice thoughts about different sounds or sensations around you. As soon as you notice the thought, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. You might notice a thought like, how long do I have to do this meditation for? As soon as you notice the thought, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. Sometimes your mind will feel really quiet, and other times it will feel really loud with a thought. So as soon as you notice the thought, take the thought, place that thought on a leaf, place the leaf on the creek, and let the thought gently float away. We'll stay here for a few more moments, noticing thoughts, placing the thoughts on leaves, placing the leaves on the creek, and letting the leaves gently float away. Namaste. Remember, meditation is a practice, not a destination. We don't just automatically become great at meditation. We need to do it regularly in order to become really effective with it. We also want to practice acceptance of our difficulties with meditation. It's okay if your thoughts feel really loud and hard to move away from. The more you practice, the easier it will be. But it's always okay if you hit a bump in the road too. The best way to improve your meditation is to set up regular time each week to practice. Some people love to meditate before bed. Others take 5 minutes of meditation before a break, before homework. Some, like myself, like to take them first thing, do them first thing in the morning, which I think is the most effective, but that's what works for me. And then there's some people that say that Saturday is their meditation day and they'll practice every Saturday afternoon. Lastly, meditation is a great tool for anxiety management. It doesn't mean you have to just deal with anxiety on your own. You can always reach out to a therapist or counselor to talk more about your anxiety, figure out what else is going on underneath it, and build a really robust coping skills toolbox, including meditation. And so it is. Now, if you like today's meditation and haven't already done so, please hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button right now. Thank you. Now, I just want to see your comments. I'm curious as to what you had to say about this practice, about letting go in general, letting go of what you can't control, all that stuff. Let me see what your comments are on YouTube. Ooh, let me read my comments. I have Prayer Chaplain on here. I believe that's you saying, Grand Rising, have a wonderful week. Thankful that I don't have to always be in control. Hashtag release. Hashtag surrender. Grand Rising Prayer Chaplain, thank you for that. Miss Pat is on here. She says, good morning, happy Monday. Hashtag global. Grand Rising to you, Miss Pat. My beautiful Talisa is on here. She says, Grand Rising, handsome. Love the shirt. Thank you. This is one of my recent additions to my wardrobe when I was trying to add a little color to the outfits I wear, especially for church. Something a little business casual instead of the three-piece suit. I haven't thrown the three-piece suits, but this is a little something different since I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, nice top subject. This is Talisa. Let me know what you thought about it. You like the topic grabbed your attention. What about the practice? I'm curious. Miss Pamela is on here and she says, conscious rising to my meditation family. I like that. Followed by hashtag floating leaves. And she has 2 leaf emojis or hashtag floating leaves. I like that. I wasn't sure which one you said. Floating leaves. Yes, that's the one, the second one. She continues on with hashtag submission to the creator. Yes, so higher power, higher self. Yes, submitting to the higher self, releasing to the higher self. I like all of that. Hashtag floating leaves. And I see the little sailboat. Yes. Mike, my church brother, is in the house. As he says, good morning. I'm back and glad to share church and meditation with you. Thank you for starting my day in a very positive way. Namaste. Grand rising to you, my brother. And the pleasure is all mine. Good to see you home. I've been watching your post on YouTube and I'm loving them. Beautiful pictures, beautiful trip. That is a place, one of the places on my to-go list, to-do bucket list. Miss Pamela, hashtag deflating the control balloon. I like that. good ones. Namaste, beautiful practice. Alexis is in the house and she says, Grand Rising, perfect subject for me right now. Perfect subject for me. Y'all hear me say it from time to time, but this is definitely one of those practices that I did for me. And I just invited y'all in my space. And I'm glad it resonated with some of you. She says, asking for prayers for my mother-in-law, Dottie. We're dealing with breast cancer right now. Lots of pre-op appointments at Cleveland Clinic. All right, so with that, we're just going to pause. This was a good practice for that, Alexis. Knowing you, I'm sure you incorporated that in the practice. I'm sure there's a lot of scary thoughts that come in. And so we're just gonna let them come in. We're gonna let them come out. Accepting the situation, not labeling it good nor bad, but just as it is. We don't have any control to the outcome. All we can do is what we can do, be a presence for mother-in-law. Did I get that correct? Yes, being a positive, loving presence for Miss Dottie. We pray, we claim, we meditate that she's receptive to this love, knowing that she is strong, she is courageous. And we just continue to live to the fullest. And we recognize also any little victories, any little healings, any little peace, any little loves as we go through this. And we place that thought, those feelings on a leaf. We place that leaf on the creek, and we let that leaf float away. Thank you for sharing that with us, your meditation family, as we send you, your mother in love, and all those in concern with our loving thoughts. Actually meditating with you in the waiting room right now. Oh, wow. I hope this helped you, Miss Alexis. Miss Pamela, look at the higher power, Miss Dottie, not the illness. Miss Pamela is 8 years a survivor. I forgot who were my breast cancer survivors on here. That is one cause I am definitely supportive of. I have a lot of loved ones and friends that are survivors of that. Miss Prayer Chaplain Dottie, put it on a leaf, let it float on the creek. Thank you for that. I just did that praise. I appreciate you, ladies. Appreciate you, Prayer Chaplain. And on Instagram, Alexis is on both platforms, and she says Grand Rising with the sun emoji. Thank you for the activities on both platforms. Sport Chick, aka Prayer Chaplain, is on both platforms, and she has hashtag floating leaves, hashtag global, hashtag release, hashtag surrender. My healer extraordinaire is in the house. Thank you for lending your conscience, Bernie, because this is definitely a healing practice. This is definitely a global practice. May this message reach all those throughout the globe that needs to hear this, that needs to be reminded of this, or who needs to be told this for the first time. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I enjoy meditating mornings and evenings. So do I. And I've been recently reincorporating doing a midday check. I call it midday check-in. Just something short, just to keep me back anchored into positivity, back anchored into the truth, back anchored into the calm. And every now and then, I don't know if you noticed it, on my Instagram and Facebook, I have been posting midday check-ins. They're for me, but also for you. And for those of you that have been following, or those who did not know I've been doing it and want to start checking in, the videos are on my Facebook and Instagram pages. Now, I'm trying to make it regular, at least Monday through Fridays. Life don't always permit it, but encouraging you to add that to your practice as well. And the whole point is that is as we go through our busyness, sometimes we get distracted or drawn into the negativity. And those midday check-ins anchors us, bring us back to center. Thank you for sharing that, Sports Chick. Miss Pat is on both platforms. Thank you, ladies, as she says, good morning, everyone. My sister from another mother just popped in. Well, I just noticed she's on here. She types in hashtag global. Midday checks are seeded. Yes, yes. It actually waters those seeds, those intentions that we place first thing in the morning. That's why I think morning meditations are so crucial. And she ends with a heart emoji. Grand rising to you, Kioka. Good to see you all. All right, I want to thank you all for joining me in today's practice. And know that we will reconnect tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels. Know that I love you and I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. Mwah.